I've got this chunk of, well, you can see me through there. This crotch piece right here. And I want to try to do something with it. There's some really cool curl in here. You can see the way the outside of this does a wave. So there's some really cool curl in here, but I don't know exactly what I want to do with it, but I know I'm going to take it to the bandsaw and I'm going to cut it in half this way. And then we'll see what we can do. So one of these halves or the other is going on the lathe, and or maybe both eventually, but we'll see what we can do with it. So it should be interesting. It's relatively bug ridden, so there's a lot of bug holes in it. There's a few cracks, but I don't care about those. I don't see anything that looks terribly dangerous. So let's get this cut up and see what we can do. The resulting piece from this hollow crotch will be my second entry to the Worldwide Woodturners Crotch Challenge. Well, I was hoping for more of a salvage on both halves, but it wasn't meant to be. This one I think we can do something with. This is the biggest half of that hollow crotch. Just have to figure out which way I want to turn it. I'm thinking maybe a heart-shaped bowl, and we'll show you how we do that. The first thing I want to do is try to get this somewhat shaped and work on the bottom so I can come up with a way to hold this when I turn around and follow it. Let me give you another view. So what I'm after at this first stage, since it's somewhat out, now what I've done is I've made sure that all these points hit my, come in right here. That way when I turn this will be the hollow side. It'll give me the shape that I want. So what I want to start doing is taking this down from here on all of these edges down to here. I've tried to center that with my circle jig, so we'll see how that goes. Well, that's about 600 RPM. Please shield down, let's go. Starting to get here. I got this like I wanted, mostly. A little bit more off of here, and then I will start going that way. May end up being more of a flatter than a bow, but that's all right. Oh, that's getting close. All right. I think I'll take one more pass this way and see if I've got enough, maybe two, to get me a good tenon. Actually, I don't want a tenon, I want a mortise. Okay, I probably ought to go a little deeper. Now I'm going to start working on the shape of the bottom. See if I can crank the speed up some. Okay, time to sand her up. When I get this sanded up, I'll be back. I'm going to continue it the way I was doing, but instead of using my cordless drill, I'm going to use a corded one so I don't eat through batteries as quick. Okay, so far I've sanded this with 80 grit, and I got the vast majority of the tear out taken care of. It looks pretty good, but this is really soft because of how spalted it is, or relatively soft anyway. So I've saturated the bottom with diluted seal coat, shellac, and I'm going to let this dry for a little while. Then I'll go back and continue the sanding with 120 up to 600. I think this is going to be pretty. It's going to be holy and rustic, but it'll be pretty. Okay, that's 600. I would use Axe abrasive paste on this, but when I'm buffing that out, some of this is pretty sharp, and I value my fingers, so I'm not going to do that. However, I am going to put Howard's feed and wax on it. That will actually be my final finish anyway. And it's smooth enough at 600. Alright, so I'll let this sit and soak in for about 20 minutes, and then we'll buff it out, turn it around, chuck it up, and hollow the inside. See this, how that waves like this right here? That's a sign of curl inside. And you can see some of that over here. I hope I don't cut away too much of that curl. I really like it. Okay, I need to be able to drill my recess in the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make me a tenon right here and turn this around real quick and take care of the bottom and get it right. Because I made the mortise way too wide. You know, these things happen once in a while. Now turn it around, chuck it up, do the bottom right. Alright, that's pretty true. Alright, I'm going to drill this for my logo coin. That should be deep enough. I got that done. Now what I want to do, and we'll start hollowing this out. I'm not going to be able to leave this up very long. I don't want to make these too thin, but I don't want to leave them very thick either. That's about the depth I want. Alright, that's exactly what I want right there. So now I will scrape the inside of this and get rid of that ridge. Alright, the ridge is gone. Okay, a little more scraping. I don't think I want to go any deeper than that. No, I most definitely do not. Getting a big bogey out and I'll wrap the inside now. Okay, I pretty much saturated these with sanding sealer to stiffen up those fibers So when that dries, I'll come back and we'll go back to knocking this bottom out so we can sand this up. I think I am dangerously close to making a funnel. Yep. No deeper. Still have a ridge right there. Alright, I think it's time to sand her up. Okay, when I finish getting this sanded up, I'll come back. Okay, it's sanded to 600. Now I'm going to put sanding sealer on these edges because I can't put anything else on them. Okay. Now, a little more sanding sealer in here. And when it dries, I'll knock it back with 400 and 600 again, and we'll put the Howard feeding wax on it. Okay, knocked it back with 400 and 600. Time for the feeding wax. Then we can turn it around and finish the bottom, hopefully. Alright, I'll let this set a half hour or 20 minutes or so, and then we'll come back and buff it up, turn it around. Okay, I've got this running relatively true. I'm just going to smooth this out in here a little bit. I've got this up here because the vacuum chuck isn't holding it as tight as I would like. And so that's it. That'll work. It's not quite as heart-shaped as I had hoped. I mean, it's close. It's got the 3 lobes like it should have. It looks more heart-shaped from the back, maybe, but I like it. So here it is. There's any number of ways to make a heart-shaped bowl. You can draw the shape and cut it and then turn it. You can cut it out on a bandsaw and then turn it and smooth the edges off. I like to do mine natural edge if I can. It would look more heart-shaped if this part of the crotch had come in more. I guess I took it a little too far forward, but even with this, that would have been all right. But it's okay. I like it. But nice little live edge bowl. Again, I think this is, I'm almost positive this is spalted hackberry. Although the bark wasn't very hackberry-ish. It's weird. But the spalting looks really cool in it. The bug holes, I think, just give it character. I'm not sure what kind of bugs these were. I did have one live critter in it that left this little thing here. And you can see a little bit of it on this side. But I got rid of him when I bandsawed it. All in all, I think it looks pretty cool. Rustic, yeah, but rustic is okay.